whenever you're ridden to the seated position, this is for you. Seated cat and cow. Butt back, butt forward. Imagine you're driving a car. As we know that the neck and shoulders are the first two places where we gather tension when we're stressed. We're usually a bit uptight, so this releases it. And you can side bend to the other side. And even if you're on a car, you can still do the side bends here. Exhale down, moving those fingers. Don't forget your fingers. Inhale up. As I said, this is amazing, especially if you're not able to lift up from your seat. One of my favorites, bumblebee breath. Welcome. My name is Toms, and this is Mindful Chair Yoga with Toms. And before you switch over, this is for everyone in office, driving, traveling a lot, and even and especially if you are coming from power or Ashtanga yoga or even rocket yoga background. So before we start here, let's start with, just give an introduction. First of all, you can do it anytime, anywhere. I do recommend taking your shoes off to have a bit more grounding and a bit more feeling of the ground. However, you could do it anytime, anywhere. Another thing about chair yoga is that I did have quite a lot of resistance, and I thought because I was coming from this powerful, very physical, active practice, I had expectation what is yoga and what is not yoga. And this didn't cut my attention span, so I wouldn't call it yoga and I wouldn't practice it until I started traveling and having those long flights where I couldn't actually get up from the chair. I didn't want to bother people around me sitting next to me. So whenever you're ridden to the seated position, this is for you. So why it's so amazing? So the amazing part is when you are not able or don't want to sit upright, you can practice so many things, and in this video I show you what can you do just from here. And it's all about intention. There are many more variations. This is just inspiration that it is possible and what is possible. So one of my first and favorite ones when I'm seated, either driving long distances or sitting in a plane or just in an office, and I really don't want to sit up and go, and I just want to continue my work, is seated cat and cow. So tilting pelvis forward and backwards. This kind of simple motion is really simple and effective, releasing your lower back stress. And when you look at it from the side, butt back, butt forward. You could be doing it just for your lower back here and exercising it. For example, imagine you're driving a car, you're not able to sit upright. There's limited things you can do, but you can still, with your hands on the steering wheel, do this kind of motion. If you want to get more fancy, you could do the same thing with your shoulders, like cat and cow. You can collapse your chest, go forward and backwards. As always, try to synchronize things with your breath. Exhale, close, inhale, open. If you're not driving and you have some space in your office, you can always go for a bit more variation. Exhale, close, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. You can continue like this for as long or as little as you want. And with this moment, you can also do circles, kind of imagining you're making circles with the belly. You can put your hands to your waist, to the sides, going forward, massaging your buttocks on the chair. You can just go for the chest itself. So there's so many things. Rolling your shoulders backward is an amazing one to open up your chest. As we know that the neck and shoulders are the first two places where we gather tension when we're stressed. We're usually a bit uptight, so this releases it. Always you want to do it to the other side as well. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Synchronizing movements with the breath. I know it's a bit painfully slowing to do these movements so slow. We would love to do it more of a like exercise gym style, but when you do it mindfully, there's different kinds of benefits. Trains your willpower. Okay, let's go for a side stretch. So even if you're sitting in a plane, you can still do the side stretch like here, like this. You can do small gym style side bends. You could do the inhale, straighten your spine, exhale to the right. You can hold it here for a couple of breaths. You can do the movements dynamically, inhale up, exhale switch. And you can always go for a little more of the stretch, lifting up your left hand, right hand up to the left side. Inhale, you could lift your both hands up, and you can side bend to the other side. And even if you're on a car, you can still do the side bends here. Maybe not as deep as if you're able to sit in an office or an airplane. If there's someone to the left of you, you can still arch like this, more focusing on lifting your hand up and maybe a slight angle to your left. You can stay completely upright, observing your posture. Inhale up, exhale side bend without moving your hand. And with inhalation you can reach up. And if you're working on a computer, this one is nice one, moving your fingers and your eyes. You can go from one to side. So moving your fingers, but let's move the fingers in a cactus pose. Inhale up, exhale down. Elbows back, try to stop them at 90-degree angle. Inhale up, exhale down. That's a nice coordination exercise when you're trying not to go over 90-degree angles, when you still try to stop at 90, parallel to the ground. Inhale up, exhale down. Moving those fingers, don't forget your fingers. Inhale up, exhale down. As I usually say, this is your practice, so you don't have to do everything as I'm doing. I'm just giving you plenty of options, plenty of inspiration what to do while seated. And exhale down. Let's stay here down, still continue moving your fingers. Inhale, open up the chest, elbows back, try to keep your 90-degree angle, and with exhalation close, bring your arms forward. We can do the cat and cow here. Again, inhale, open, pelvis back, shoulders back and down, exhale, close. Inhale, open, chin up. Let's do the movements for the neck at the same time. Exhale, close, chin to the chest, pelvis forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. How easy it is to forget. I was moving my fingers and involuntarily forgot to move them. No matter, happens. Exhale, close. One more, inhale, open. Exhale, close. So let's go for a forward bend. Sometimes it's not possible to do a forward bend like when you're driving, but still, lots of times it's really useful to even have a seated forward bend. If you are in office, maybe you want to move your chair a bit. Just putting your chest onto your knees, if you can. And you can always close your eyes with the palms. A really nice eye release exercise. Release tension from your eyes, get them relaxed. Quite often we lose our eyesight because we're staring too close to our screen, sitting in an office, or if you're in an airplane, you just have your front seat. Having that release of the stress by covering and putting the darkness in front of your eyes helps a lot. You can roll your eyes around, make circles to both sides, go left and right, while still having those eyes closed behind your palms. You can lift up if you want to and continue eye exercises. Open up the chest, straighten the spine, observe your posture. Don't let your collapse yourself. Pelvis slightly backwards, shoulders back and down. And let's open up and bring our arms to the sides. Let's stretch out. Some of these postures, as I said, not available all the time, especially if you have the space limitations. So let's open up the palms, facing up and backward. Open up the chest, shoulder mobility. Exhale, close. Palms forward, rotate. Inhale, open. Palms up and back. thumbs facing backwards. Exhale, close. Rotate your palms forward. Bit of shoulder mobility here. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. You can go with your neck again. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. And hold it for 3, 2, and 1. With a smile. Let's do the opposite also for 3. Exhale, close. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. With inhalation, let's lift our hands up and bring your right hand behind and grab that elbow. You can stay here, stretching your elbow, stretching your shoulder, or if you want, you can always try to grab your both hands behind the back and see if they connect. You can use any item like a belt or jacket, anything that helps you to connect your hands behind you, if you want it, of course. Try to stay upright, observe your belly, your pelvis, your chest, and with inhalation, open up, both hands up, and switch sides. You can stay here, just stretching your arm slightly, putting it on your left arm, on your right scapula, or somewhere behind the neck. Try to keep your neck straight, or you could go for a bind behind if they connect. Try to remind yourself to smile during the practice. You can look to the sides, do a bit of a neck exercise at the same time, back and forward. If you like multitasking like I do, try to squeeze the best out of your time here. Then if you're really adventurous, you could even lift your feet slightly off the ground. So kind of leaning and balancing on your butt here. Could be a bit hard depending on your situation. And you're also working a bit of the abs here. And with inhalation, let's lift your hands up, reach up to the sky, and let's do the improvised boat pose. Depending if you have a seat back there or not, seat rest, you might not be able to do it as easily. Maybe go hardcore when you just lift your legs off the ground slightly, and hands can be anywhere. For the moment, let's put them parallel to the ground. Lifting legs slightly off the ground. If this is too hard, you can lift one leg at a time. If you're not able to lean backwards because of the seat rest, you can always sit upright and just lift one leg at a time and still maintaining balance. Because if you're lifting up the both legs at the same time, you lose that leverage and you're not able to maintain. So you could lift one leg at a time, move the movements, inhale up, exhale down, or inhale, hold it. And let's go for some variation here. Let's bring your left knee toward the chest. Let's hug our knee toward the chest and hold it for 5, 4, 3. Try to keep your spine straight. Observe your breath. 2, and 1. Of course, the other side as well. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze tighter to the chest. 4, 3. As I said, this is amazing, especially if you're not able to lift up from your seat. 2, and 1. Exhale down. Shake your legs out. Come back to the center. And from here, let's do a bit of an elbow stretch. So inhalation, open up arms, squeeze to the right, exhale, close. Elbow rotation. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Let's do the same thing for opposite direction. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Observe what happens to your elbows. Exhale, close. Are they moving or staying to the sides? Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Let's sit down and do a bit of a breathing exercise. You can, when you're seated and your body is shaken out, warmed up, you can always do the breathing exercise. If you're sitting on a desk doing some computer work, conducting a car, sitting in an airplane, these are the 3 main things I'm doing in my daily life. So these are the examples I'm also sharing with you. So you can always pay attention to your breath. You can have a deeper inhale. So count your inhales. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's for fun with count your exhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So depending on your outcome, what you want to achieve, count your inhale and adjust your exhale accordingly. So if you want to relax, make exhale at least one count longer. If you want to activate yourself, make it shorter. If you want to keep balance, keep it the same. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Feel free to continue counting your breath depending how you want to influence yourself. Relax, activate, or balance. Count your exhalation. +1, -1, or the same. The best thing I like about this exercise, you don't have to stick to any number whatsoever. You can have any number you like, any number you feel comfortable. However, if you stretch your inhalation slightly longer than you're used to, you go towards the exhalation, towards relaxation part of the influence. Let's go for another breathing exercise. One of my favorites, bumblebee breath. Let's cover our eyes with the index and middle finger. Cover our ears with the thumbs. Cover your nostrils with your ring finger. And pinky can go to the sides of the lips or anywhere else on your cheeks. Keep your elbows parallel to the ground, spine straight. Inhale through your nostrils, through your nose, and exhaling. Close your nostrils or open them as much as or little as you want and hum the letter M. Feel free to repeat this as many or as few times as you want. If you're like me, curious and quite judgmental in yourself, and you're wondering if you did your bumblebee breath correctly, so for receiving benefits, if you're wondering if the pitch was right, only thing you have to remember, as long as you hear those vibrations, as long as you feel those vibrations physically shaking up your body, even slightly, you're doing it right. So that's it. You can experiment, change your pitch during an exercise, keep it the same, keep it comfortable, keep it low, keep it high, up to you. It's your practice, it's your yoga. And from bumblebee breath, let's continue on towards balanced breathing. So let's close our right nostril, inhale to the left. Close your left, open right, and exhale to the right. Smile, inhale to the right. Close your right, open left, and exhale. Continue on the same rhythm as you inhale. Change and exhale. Use any fingers you like. Continue the pattern. Inhale. Change and exhale. Observe how usually one nostril is a bit more open than the other one. If you continue this exercise for long enough, you will notice that usually the one nostril that's a bit more closed than the other one tends to open up a bit, right? As this is just a demo, I'm stopping it here. You can use this rather than breathing, and if you stop with exhalation through your left nostril, so you start with the left and end with the left, you have a slight imbalance towards relaxing a bit more, especially if you have a stress day. Anyway, it's up to you. So you can use this breath only for diagnostic only. Have a couple of breaths in the morning, in the afternoon, just to know how you feel. Do you need to relax a bit more? Do you need to bit more focus? And you can also use it for relieving and balancing yourself, because as you use different nostrils for inhalation, exhalation, you stimulate parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems, which are respectively relaxing and activating. So you're stimulating both of them at the same time and activating both of them and relaxing them at the same time. It's like flexing muscle. Flex, relax, flex, relax. So you're gaining strength on both ends. And that's it for this session. I think it's enough for inspiration. And let's finish up our class and chanting mantra Om. After all, this is yoga with toms. So mantra Om consists of 3 sounds: A, O, and M. With inhalation, let's reach our hands up to the sky, really reaching up, stretching the spine. And with exhalation, bring them down in front of your chest. You can keep them in a prayer position, or if you prefer, cover your heart and connect with your heart. Take a deep inhale in, into your belly, into your chest, and exhale, chant Feel free to close your eyes for a moment. Feel your physical body. Notice the difference, how you felt before the practice, after the practice. Express gratitude towards yourself for investing time. Keep observing your breath. Keep connected. Then switch your awareness whenever you're ready towards your mind. Observe your thoughts. Try not to judge them. Or more specifically, don't try to judge, judging or not judging them. And finally, with next inhalation, notice how it flows through your heart, how the oxygen from the blood, from the lungs gets into the blood, from the blood goes into your heart, fills up your heart, and with exhalation, feel the relaxation flowing throughout your body. Continue breathing, connecting with your heart, and for a brief moment, observe, how do you feel emotionally? And remind yourself that you are master of your emotions. That you have emotions, but they're not really you. They're just part how you express yourself. So why not express yourself positively? Why not put yourself into the grateful, happy state? So try to think of something you're grateful for. Could be that you, after a break of practicing yoga or any other physical exercises or mindfulness practices, you invested this time for yourself. Feel grateful. And whenever ready, feel free to open up your eyes, return to your regular breathing, and continue with your day. Whatever happened, feel free to keep your mindfulness of your breathing, extend or shorten your breath. If you want to influence your nervous system to one or the other side. I appreciate your support for my channel. Like and share this video. Comment if you have any questions, feedback. How do you practice chair yoga? Your favorite poses. And as always, smile and be present.